Hello techies, welcome back to Git tutorials. In the previous session, we learned about what is Git, what is version control system and types of version control systems, and briefly about advantages of Git. In this session, we will learn how to install Git on Windows, and also we will learn how to configure Git. First of all, we will see how to install Git on Windows. I will show you step by step how to install Git in your local computer. The first step is that you have to download Git from the given URLs on the screen. One is https:/git-scm.com/download/win. It is for Windows. If you are having Mac, you will get download/Mac. If you are having for the Linux, you are having download/Linux. Or download Git from https://gitforwindows.org. This is for the Windows only. Okay, if you see the latest version right now available for the Git is git-2.25.0 based on your processor. Once you have downloaded it, you have to run it. I will show you how to do that. Let me switch to Google Chrome. If you see over here, I have given the same URL git-scm.com/download/win. This is for the Windows. Once you enter this, given the URL in the browser, okay, that you will get automatically git-2.25.0 based on your processor. Okay, as of now that I'm using 64-bit processor, so that you can automatically get downloaded 64-bit.exe. Now if you see over here, if the download has not started, you have to click manually to download the version of the Git. And you can see there's a different version that you can find it out. 32-bit Git for Windows setup, and also you can find Git for Windows Portable, that is 32-bit, as well as 64-bit. And I will show you another URL. This is for gitforwindows.org. So you can also download Git for Windows from here. You can click on download so that you can automatically download the software for Git. Okay, if you see I have already downloaded this for the time being. Let me click on that to run the Git software on my local computer. Once you double click on the Git 2.25.0, you will find a setup over here like this. Okay, first of all, if you read the information, please read the following important information before continuing. It is having GNU general public licenses, and then I'm going to click on next. If you don't want to set up the file setup to install, so you can change the file by using the browse option. Okay, and if you see, at least you require 249 MB, approximately 250 MB of free disk space is required to install this one. Now I'm going to click on next. So the next screen is that select components. Which component should be installed? You can see additional icons required on the desktop. Yes, I required additional icons on the desktop. If you're not selecting this, you will get it in the start window. That you will get an icons in the start window, and you can see Windows Explorer integration. So you need a Git bash here, Git GUI here. These are the two components which you are going to be using as part of the Git. Okay, that's a required Windows Explorer integration, that you require Git bash as well as Git GUI, both the things. And you are taking Git LFS large file support, associated Git configuration, you are taking this one also, and also associated .sh files to run with bash. Whenever you want to run Git bash, you require these things. I will explain you what is Git GUI, Git bash, and Git command in the same session. Okay, and if you see, use a true type font in all console windows. If you required, you can go ahead and you can check it out. It's for the font purpose. Check daily for Git Windows updates. If you want any updates regarding the Git, you can go ahead and you can select this. So as of now, I have selected these, and then I'm going to click on next. And you can see there's another select start menu folder. In the start menu, as I said, if you want to give any name, there you can go ahead and you can give the name which it has to be defining. Then it is going to be creating a folder. If you don't want it in such a way, you can go ahead and you can browse which folder do you want. So now if you see there's a checkbox, don't create a start menu folder. So if you don't want to create it, you can just select it. Or else if you want this kind of folder, if you see, it is automatically getting disabled. So if you want to create a Git folder, you can go ahead and you can see this folder is going to be creating. As of now, I'm using the default options only. Now I'm going to click on next. So another option, another window choosing the default editor by used by Git. There you can see there's a lot of options over here. You can see use the nano editor, Vim as the Git default editor, Notepad++, Visual Studio Code, Studio Insiders, Sublime Text, Atom, and another editors as Git defaulters. So if you're having Visual Studio, see this Visual Studio, it is not supporting as of now. There's another thing which you are having when you are having Visual Studio. Right now, what I'm going to use, I'm using use Vim as the Git's default editor. Okay, you can read over here the Vim editor. While powerful can be hard to use, its user interface to uninitiative and keys its binding are awkward. Okay, fine. That I'm using the same editor, and then I'm going to click on next. Okay, so adjusting your path environment, you have to give the path details. Over here, you can see there are three options. Use Git from Git bash only, Git from Git bash. That is the main. So as I said, there the three tools are going to be installing while going to be installing this Git 2.25.0. So that you are having Git bash. Only you have to use Git bash. You can go ahead and you can use this thing. But I want both the things like Git, Git GUI, Git CMD, all these things that I required. So that what I'm doing, Git from the command line also from the third party software, that I'm using this one also. So, and you can see I'm going to recommend this. It is by default, it is recommending to use this one. And also there you can see the third option, use Git and optional Unix tools. If you are using any kind of Unix tools, that you can go ahead and you can use it. Now I will use the recommended version, and then I'm clicking on next and choosing HTTPS transport backend. So it is nothing but which SSL or TSL library would you like to use for the HTTPS connections. So whenever you have the repository, you are going to using HTTPS connections or something. At that time, use the OpenSSL library. Server certificates will be validated using cabundle.crt files. Or else, if you want to native Windows Security Channel library, then you can go ahead and you can use it. If you see an example, when you are using Active Directory domain services, in that case that you are using it. But we need, in the future that we are going to be connecting with GitHub, so that I'm going to use OpenSSL. Now, let me go ahead, let me click on next. It is asking configuring the line ending conversation. So the checkout window style, commit Unix style line ending, or else it's a simple checkout as is, checkout as is or commit as is. These are the options ending conversations that what we have. I'm selecting the default, that LF and CRL to CRLF when checking out the text files. Whenever you are modifying the files, that you have to check out file of things that will be happen, so that the other users in the team can't edit the same document or same file while when you are committing the files in the by using Git. So that is the purpose where it is showing it. So I'm going to click on next, and it is talking about the terminal editors to configure to use with Git bash using min-tty, the default terminal for the MSYS2. So Windows default console, I don't require these things. I'm just using the same thing for the default one, and then clicking on next. And you can see the extra options that we have: enabling file system caching, Git credential manager, enable symbolic links. These are all the things that what we have in the extra options. What are the options that you require for the caching? The default one, I'm keeping it over here. If you want to know more about these things, that you can go ahead over the URLs which has been provided. Okay, and then I'm starting to install it. After giving all these options, I'm clicking on install. It will take a little bit time to install it. Please be patient till that time. Now if you see, so Git 2.25.0 setup has been completed successfully by using setup wizard. So if you want to launch immediately the Git bash, you can go ahead by selecting this checkbox, you can launch the Git bash immediately. Or else you know, you can go ahead and you can click on next to finish it up. Also, if you want to see the releases of the Git, you can select that and then click on next. And you can see the release details notes, Git for Windows v2.25, that is v nothing but version 2.25.0 release notes. These are all the issues related, known issues, and what are the things, introduction of the Git, all these things has been given in the particular view release notes. So that the mean that the Git has been installed successfully on your computer. Let me close this. You can see on the desktop that you can find a Git bash shortcut for the Git bash. And let me go ahead, let me show you what are the tools has been installed on your computer. Okay, let me click on start. You can see over here that you can find Git GUI, Git bash, Git CMD, that is command based, that is a deprecated feature that what we are having. These three components has been installed on your computer successfully. Now let me give you a small introduction about these three tools which are installed with the Git when we have installed it. So Git for Windows also provide these three things. First one is Git GUI, Git bash, and Git CMD. Git GUI itself is a portable and a TCL TK based geographical user interface to Git. What is TCL TK? That is full form of TCL is not but tool command language. TCL is a general purpose multi-paradigm system programming language. It is a scripting language that aims at providing the ability for the application to communicate with each other. TK is a free and open source cross-platform widget toolkit that provides a library of basic elements of GUI widgets for building a geographical user interface. That is nothing but GUI. Git GUI focuses on allowing users to make changes to their repository by making new commits, amending to an existing ones, creating branches, performing local merges, and fetching, pushing to the remote repositories. Let me show you how it should be like Git GUI. Let me go to Windows again. You can see over here Git GUI. Let me click on that. This is how Git GUI will looks like. You can see over here, if you want to create a new repository by using Git GUI, you can create it. If you want to clone existing repository, you can clone it. If you want to open existing repository, you can go ahead and you can open the existing repository. So in the same way, if you want a new one, clone, open, whatever the feature has been given over here, you can do it by using the menu also. And also if you see there's the help over here. If you want to know about the Git GUI, you can click on the about Git GUI. So this will provide Git GUI a graphical user interface for Git, and you can see the version. So Git version 2.25.0 Windows 0.1. So and you can see Git GUI version that is 0.21.Git GUI. And you can see there's the TCL TK version that is 8.6.10 which it is using. And you can see internally there's a lot of commands using, and you can go ahead and you can see all these commands by using this one. Libraries, Git wrapper, Git exe file, Git you all this about. Now if you want to show SH key, that you can use this option over here. You can see if there is any keys found, you can go ahead and you can create it. If you want to generate any key, you can create a key over here by clicking on generate key. This is all about the Git GUI. Now we'll talk about the Git bash. Git bash is an application for Microsoft Windows environment which provides an emulation layer for a Git command line experience. Bash is a popular Unix shell and command language and is the default shell on Linux, Ubuntu, and OS X. That is nothing but Mac OS. In layman terms, the Git which runs on the terminal of any Linux device is known as Git bash. Git bash is a package that installs bash, some common bash utilities, and Git on Windows operating system. Now we'll talk about the Git CMD. This is the command line prompt, is the command line interpreter on Windows operating systems. Now I will show you how to configure Git. When you made the changes in source code on your local computer, and these changes need to push into central repository. Git uses a username and email address to associate commits with an identity. One of the first things that you need to set up is the identity to push the code into the central repository. We can set username for single repository or every repository, nothing but global repository in your computer. Now I will show you how to set your username for the single repository and also for the multiple repositories. If you see on my screen, there's a command that I have given. First, we will see about the working directory. So first of all, you need to change the directory from the git bash. Okay, first of all, to set the get user, you need to use git config user.name. I have given my name as a username. This is for the working directory in our local working directory. And if you want to set the user email, the same git config user.email, and you have to provide your email ID. If you're using any corporate, that corporate email ID, you can provide it out. So if you want to mention globally, irrespective of the single repository or multiple repositories, you want to mention it globally, that you have to use ---- global. So I'm giving once again git config ---- global user.name. If you want to mention email ID, then git config ---- email ID. Now I will show you how to do that in live. Okay. Now what I have to do, let me click on start. I want to go for the git bash. I'm clicking on git bash. Now you will see there's a window that is user bin bash login -login -i that has been given over here. Now if you see, that is the thing Amir @ desktop. This is my desktop. So that the command prompt, like Linux command that we have to use it. First of all, we will see what is git -version. So which version has been installed in the in the local computer, which version has been installed. And you can see git version 2.25.0.windows.1 has been shown over here. This is the same thing which we have seen in the Git GUI, correct? Now I want to see the the path which have been taken, right? So I will do pwd, that the path has been given over here. What is the path? C user/Amir, the Git has been installed and you are currently in this particular path. Okay, now what I have to do first, set the username. I will use globally git -config. So -global, I'm setting the username in the global user.name in the same way, Amir space BSHA, and clicking on enter. So it has been created successfully. It has been setting for the git username for the repository, for the global repository has been done successfully. How can we know this one has been completed successfully, right? So I will use the same command without giving my name. So what I'm doing, git config -global username, and then click on username. That you can see my name has been given over there. In the same way, if I want to set git config for the email purpose, so what I'm going to do, git config -global, and I want to use want to set email ID. That's the reason user.email. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm giving my email ID. I'm setting my personal email ID over here, basha.amir86@gmail.com, and then I'm going to click on enter. So the setting of the single user email ID has been done successfully. How can we know that? Let me go ahead, let me check it out by using git config -global.email. Now if you click on enter, that you can see basha.amir@gmail.com is an output. Okay, these are all the things that what you have been setting, configuring for the for the git. So one is git config For the single repository, you don't mention hyphen global. For the for the global repository, you will use hyphen global. That is the difference for the global as well as the single repository. I hope you understand how to install Git and what are the different components what we have that is nothing but Git. I have shown you Git bash, and in future also that we are going to work with Git bash only. And also I have shown you how to configure Git in this session. Thank you for watching Git tutorials. If you have any queries related to this concept, please post them in the comment section. Stay connected with us by subscribing our channel. I will see you in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Have a nice day.